everybody, my name is Luke Moore and this is Hot La Mode. Today on Hot La Mode, we are doing a top 10 ad campaign list. The basis of the list is print campaigns, solely because every brand can do a print campaign. But brands with video ad campaigns will fare better because of their accessibility to the younger generation. So let's get right into it. Number 10. Neiman Marcus' Fall/Winter 16 campaign was fun, thoughtful, and sweet. Using models like Anna and Pat Cleveland, a mother and daughter model duo, Pat walked for Yves Saint Laurent and Halston back in the 70s, and Anna, a favorite of Zac Posen and Moschino, now. The campaign uses sound bites by Anna and Pat about what it's like being muses. The campaign also uses an array of designer pieces. The Saint Laurent Couture Red Heart jacket by Edie Simon, and bowler hats from the front row only Chanel show. It is a smart strategic campaign on Neiman's part because it also lets the store show some of its wide array of designer product. Some may think Neiman's only sells basic pieces, but this shows it is quite desirable. And two top models of different generations also show that the company can afford the best of the best. Number 9. MSGM clothing speaks for the brand, and Massimo Giorgetti, creative director, always lets the clothing do the talking. The campaign starring Charlie Fraser and Catherine Moore, two up-and-coming models, lets print rule the roost. From polka dots to stripes to florals. The campaign has it all, but its mishmashing ability is what makes MSGM the brand it is. We can always look to MSGM for what's to come in the future. Number 8. Phoebe Philo goes with another photoshopping campaign. But it still works. Starring Charlie Fraser again and Carly Lois, a favorite of Philo, the campaign does its best to create an enigma about horses in a bright shade of yellow. The styling is true to Philo's Celine, but seems a bit summer-like. All in all, the campaign is another one Philo can add to the books as doing a good job at keeping the brand image synced. Number 7. Stuart Vevers is very smart with his ad campaigns for Coach. He is building a brand from scratch. Coach 1941 is brand new. And he's created an image. Cool girls who wear leather and fur, who hang out in really old Cadillacs, and take a lot of inspiration from American ideals. He is also smart enough to have the campaign shot for video as well. Coach is at a good price point for younger college and high school students, and Vevers could definitely start a new Michael Kors revolution, but make it less basic. Number 6. Johnny Coca's first major campaign for Mulberry was quite amazing. It has thrown out the blogger girl aesthetic, and God knows it needed to, and has replaced it with an edgier vibe, fitting to meet Coca and the current trends. The campaign features a new logo design, some cool new models, amazing bags, and a new way of looking at the brand. We don't feel bad for it anymore. Now we're kind of excited for what it's gonna do. While it's not the most innovative, it's nice to see the new direction Mulberry has taken, and I hope it continues to run with it. Number 5. Now that Grace Coddington has become an artistic director at Tiffany's, the ads are on the up and up. Most jewelry ads don't have too much substance. They're really quite boring. They're simple and made to focus solely on the jewelry. There's no models, there's no interesting people, maybe there's Melissa McCarthy if we're lucky. But with Grace coming in, the simplicity is out. Grace is known for her excessive style, and this livens up the Tiffany ads. And I'm grateful that they let the cat out of the bag on this one. The cat is Grace. Number 4. One of Marc Jacobs' most iconic seasons was Fall 2016. If you didn't see it, Lady Gaga walked secretly, Molly Bear looked like an amazing queen in a cape, and I mean, those fucking shoes, let's be real. Marc's ad style lately has been to use models that inspire him. Cher, Cara Delevingne, Willow Smith, Molly Bear, and more have been used to show off Marc's crazy collections. And this one is no different. With Susan Sarandon, Marilyn Manson, and Courtney Love, plus an all-star model cast of Anne Cleveland, Cara Delevingne, Binks Walton, Julia Nobis, Grace Bowl, and more, Marc hasn't left much to the imagination. The campaign really feels like Marc is letting his muses wear the clothes how they would normally, and he feeds off that energy, and I think it's good for business. Number 3. Prada shot for the moon and landed among the stars. This campaign, starring a gaggle of the best models, is out of this world, and I don't mean it literally. The time-lapse video and scenic images really create a new way of thinking about settings for editorials. And I'm glad that it was Prada that went out and did something new and cool and different, the way Prada normally does. It wasn't actually shot on a mountain, it wasn't shot in a salt mine like Versace. It was really just shot with a green screen and girls walking, and then they just put funny little scenes behind it. I think it worked. The background images and videos meet with the clothing and the model's poses, and they really transpose you. And I mean, who doesn't love a Prada corset? They're everywhere now. Number 2, Calvin Klein is making a name for himself once again. Taking some of the most popular people throughout the world, Justin Bieber, Kendall Jenner, Grace Coddington, if I haven't already mentioned Grace, she's great. And turning the ad campaign into the way they think, their art forms, and their spirit really inspires. This campaign is pure bliss. I really loved it. And that is what a campaign should do. It should make you feel. It should make you have an out-of-body experience, if I may be so bold. I've been reading a lot of Game of Thrones, so I apologize for the way that I end sentences. And the Calvin Klein team knows how to make things ethereal. And if you don't know what that means, I'm pretty positive it means out of this world, but dictionary it. And number 1, this campaign will go down in history. Gucci, as we know it, is the ruler of the fashion industry. Alessandro Michele is the king. Alessandro could send models down the runway wearing Crocs, and the fashion industry would die of pure joy. And this Gucci campaign really plays to the tune of the internet kids, who Michele likes to cast. Petra Collins, a particular favorite, and a photographer who is very popular throughout social media, may I add. I'm really into the Game of Thrones. Let's think about it. A bunch of white kids driving a garbage truck that lights up through the streets of Tokyo with subtitles like "Bubble Bursts" is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. And it works. And we know why it works, because it's the new Gucci. And the new Gucci is always right. So, let me say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know what you guys think of my top 10 list, and tell me what your top 10 list is in the comments below. So, let me just say, TTYL.